Okay. Good afternoon, YouTube. Fat Cat Collections back at you again with another fragrance review. And today, we're going to be talking about this little itty teeny bottle. Now, I'm going to start reviewing all the colognes out of my collection, even ones that I have very, very small amounts of. I figure why not give my opinion about out there, because it's another opinion for the fragrance community. This one here I picked up from my lovely, lovely coworker, who actually, she gets me a lot of colognes, I think, from Sephora maybe, I'm not really sure. But she picks up a lot of samples, and I really appreciate it. She's a real sweetheart, and it's really nice to be able to pick up ones that I probably wouldn't buy just based on the price. If you've watched my other videos, I say it all the time, I am a 25 and under cologne guy. My sweet spot after thinking about it is really $20 and under for 100 mils. Now, I know that's really inexpensive, but that's just what I like to spend on colognes. I'd rather have a huge collection of different colognes than, you know, a couple bottles of something really, really expensive. Because even all those expensive colognes, like what do you call them, the niche colognes, nobody's really made any colognes. This is based on, like BAP says the same thing. Nobody's actually come out with an original cologne in over 30 years. All this stuff has just basically been recreated and changed. And so, you can only reinvent the wheel so many times before things start to smell very, very similar. So, nonetheless, I probably would not buy this myself. I'd probably try to find a clone of it. When I say I don't mean cologne, I mean clone, as in a fake of this. Just like I did with my Lomani, which I'm going to bring up in a second here. Lomani Intense Black, okay? This one is called Supreme Oud by Ralph Lauren, or Polo. Polo? Ralph Lauren? Not really sure. Yeah. Wonderful juice. I mean, as soon as I smelled it, okay, it was definitely very, very familiar to me. And I'm going to read you the notes. I'm going to tell you what I think. If you get anything from my reviews, basically, there's a lot of guys in the fragrance community who are reviewing this stuff, and a lot of them do a much better job than me. But you know what? It's just another opinion that may strike you to, pull the hammer on buying it. So all these clones are really good. Of all the clones I have, which is upwards of 70 right now, I've only really had one that I absolutely hate, and I cannot wear it. And I got a refund. I was able to keep it, which is cool because the bottle's neat, but I probably will never wear it. So let me tell you what it has in it. This is right off base notes, okay? Now, again, that's a little tiny bottle there. Okay, I'll just show you real quick. It's all black. It's pretty basic. It's your classic Ralph Lauren Polo bottle with your gold cap. Nothing, too crazy about it. You have the gold Polo player in there. It says Supreme Oud in script. The notes in this one here are, you have pink pepper, you have cinnamon in the top notes, okay? The middle notes you have oud or agarwood. The base notes you have gaiac wood, and you have vetiver. Now when I smell this is definitely, you can smell the pink pepper. And let me just backtrack for a second. What I really like about colognes that are simple like this, okay? And for newbies who are trying to get involved in this and learn about the cologne industry and starting their collection, and it's kind of overwhelming to smell something and then be like, oh man, what does it have in it? What do I smell? It's pretty difficult. But as you get better at smelling different notes. And what I find really cool about colognes like this is that they have minimal notes. So it's very easy to pick out the notes. If you only have 3 notes in a cologne and you know what they are and you smell it, it's a lot easier to be like, okay, I smelled that before, and then look up another cologne and be like, it does have that in it. So you can kind of learn what they smell like. Again, it's never going to be 100%. I don't think that there's anybody out there who can really smell a cologne and tell you exactly what's in it. I mean, I'd be amazed, honestly. But for me, I always feel like I'm a little stuffed up anyway. But as far as this, again, what I like is that it's very simple notes. You have 5 notes in that. And what I can definitely smell, what I've learned, is you can definitely smell the oud or the agarwood. I've learned what that smells like. Because I love that, and I have other colognes that have that in it. You could definitely smell it. And of course you have your pink pepper. And the only spice in this is your pink pepper for the most part, if I'm correct on that. Let me just double check that before I put my foot in my mouth here. Oh, and the cinnamon, that does have a spice to it. But I would think that the pink pepper is a little more apparent than the cinnamon in this, but you definitely have it. You definitely smell the oud, and you can definitely smell the other woods in this. So, but what do I think about it? I love this. I think this is a great scent because I really like woodsy scents. Would I buy it though? That's the question. That's one thing that I want you to take from my videos. Would I buy it for what you're getting and how much it costs? This right here, if you're going to buy 100 mils, you're looking at close to $100. For me, again, it doesn't come down to whether I can afford that or not. I can afford to spend $100 on cologne. I mean, but I just don't really think it's worth it for me to do that. And although I really like this one, it's very, very similar to another cologne that I have. And the cologne that I have that's very, very similar to is Lomani Intense Black. And this you can pick up for about 20 bucks for 100 mils on eBay. And this one here is a representation of Creed's Royal Oud. And this is very, very similar, in my opinion, to a Royal Oud. And the Oud is such a strong note that when I smell these side by side, let me just do that again there, so I can tell you the differences between these two. So if you're looking to buy Ralph Lauren, you know, Supreme Oud, by all means get it. But if you're looking for something, a cheaper alternative, I would definitely give Lomani Intense Black a try. Let me just go ahead and give it a smell test here side by side. Okay, so very, very similar. I think there would be there's going to be a difference on the skin. For me personally, I wouldn't buy this one here because of how much it costs and how similar it is to this one here. Now this, if you smell these, you're going to say that these do not smell alike. What you're smelling is the oud, and it's so strong, you're smelling the pepper and the oud. And that's really what these two fragrances are about. Spice and wood. That's really about it. And I love the Lomani. When I first got it, I wasn't sure, but after wearing it for a while, it's really grown on me. And this one here, surprisingly, actually does last in my skin much better than some of the other ones that I have. I don't think it projects super well, but it definitely lasts, and you can smell it for up to 8 hours on my skin. So I will definitely be replacing Lomani Intense Black once it's gone. Would I buy Supreme Oud? Only because I have Lomani, and I picked this up for 20 bucks for 100 mils, and they're so similar, I wouldn't buy them. Wouldn't buy it. But if you like the oud note, this definitely has more of a stronger oud in it. Whereas this, you have the oud, but you can smell the cedar in there as well. So this is more cedary. But they're both very, very similar. Again, might be a good alternative if you've never experienced a oud-based fragrance. It's a different kind of scent, so you may not like it. If you're a guy who likes fruity scents and vanilla scents and stuff like that with that, I shouldn't say vanilla, but, well, I think vanilla is in a lot of fragrances, that tonka and all that stuff. This is definitely different than a lot of scents you're going to find out there. And this is your copy of Royal Oud, and for what other people have reviewed, this is a very, very good copy of Royal Oud minus the longevity and projection, but who cares at $20 a bottle. 20 bucks over 100 bucks. So I would give Lomani a try before you maybe spend the money. If you're going to do a blind buy, I don't recommend doing a blind buy on a fragrance of this much amount of money is what I'm trying to say. But I definitely like it. It's definitely one that I would probably get if I could not get this. And that's only because of the price point, only the price point. And as far as longevity also, I put, this is not a sprayer, so I dabbed on quite a bit at work. And I dabbed on probably about 5 to 6 dabs there on my neck and everywhere. And I did it 3 times that day. So I'm not really sure how this would project in an actually sprayer. I'm not really sure how long it would last. But something, if you have it, go ahead and drop a comment in there. So that was my 2 cents on Supreme Oud by Polo. I definitely like it, but I don't like the price. And that's why I probably wouldn't buy it. Not when you have Lomani Intense Black. But if you want the real deal, of course, click the link in the description. I will actually put both links in description for both these colognes. If you want to get the Supreme Oud, click the link. It'll take you to the real-time listings. Pick it up, get it. If you want to try the Lomani, definitely check out my video where the link will be in that. For this review, I've already done a review of this one here. Or click the link if it's in the description. I'm not sure if I can fit all that in there, but I'll try. So thank you so much for watching, folks. That's, again, my 2 cents on Polo Supreme Oud. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day.